There is no doubt that dinosaurs once roamed our planet. Fossil remains of these enormous reptiles have been discovered in various corners of the Earth. Scientists have confirmed their existence even in Antarctica, and it seems that all questions regarding their emergence, peak, and extinction have long been settled. Modern science has examined a vast amount of material and described numerous species, including terrestrial, marine, and flying reptiles from the Paleozoic era. All these species have been classified, and many theories about their origin, behavior, appearance, and anatomy have been developed. It's likely that there are no academics left who doubt the evolutionary development of all living organisms on Earth or who believe that all dinosaurs went extinct due to climate changes caused by the impact of a massive meteorite. However, there have always been skeptics who disagree with the official scientific consensus on various issues. Many people doubt the complete extinction of such an extensive and diverse world as the fauna of the dinosaur era. They find references to giant reptiles in the myths of different cultures and sacred texts from all major religions. In fact, in the folklore and myths of nearly every tribe, one can encounter creatures that closely resemble dinosaurs. While scientists may explain the appearance of these dragons and giant serpents in myths as ancient humans' attempts to interpret the enormous bones they unearthed, for their opponents, each mention serves as another argument in support of their theories. These individuals believe that ancient frescoes, biblical legends, and the tales of cultures around the world confirm the possibility of humans and dinosaurs coexisting at the dawn of humanity. They argue that this suggests that in ancient times, people lived alongside dinosaurs. This approach to interpreting historical and mythological data creates an intriguing discourse about how we perceive the past and what alternative versions of history might exist alongside widely accepted scientific views. Consider the serpent Jormungandr and other Scandinavian myths about the destruction of gods and the end of the world. Descriptions of dragons in the legends of the peoples inhabiting modern Europe bear a striking resemblance to certain reptiles that existed during the age of dinosaurs. European knights often fought against wicked dragons in their adventures. The ancient Greek hero Heracles defeated the Lernaean Hydra, while many heroic figures from Russian fairy tales defended their homeland from Zmei Gorenik. Those who support this theory have no doubt about the existence of multi-headed mythical dinosaurs or their ability to breathe fire. They tend to explain these features as products of human imagination and fear, which, as we know, can create images of even things that never existed. The same factors could account for the presence of membranous wings on giant dragons, which contradict not only the laws of physics but sometimes common sense as well. Eastern dragons deserve special mention: wise, four-legged, serpentine creatures from Chinese legends. They differ significantly from all described dinosaurs in both structure and behavior, yet they could also be classified as part of an unknown branch of evolution. Additionally, in Southeast Asia, there is mention of the Hindu deity Garuda. Garuda resembles a giant bird in appearance, but some depictions suggest that this being is covered in both feathers and scales. The memory of encounters with Garuda among Indo-European peoples was so strong that the ancient Slavs, whose ancestors migrated to Europe from the region of modern India, had their own lesser deity with the same name. Interestingly, this deity was depicted as a giant bird. In South American indigenous myths, there is also a dinosaur, a benevolent and radiant god named Quetzalcoatl. His name literally translates to feathered serpent, and there are depictions of this deity that align perfectly with that description. Given recent scientific studies confirming the presence of feather-like coverings on many dinosaur species, it's possible that in the minds of the ancient Aztecs, images from later eras may have blended with tales of a legendary leader, who ultimately became an object of worship. Adding to the intrigue of this theory is the fact that the largest known flying reptiles were named after this ancient indigenous god. The search for mentions of dinosaurs has also reached sacred Christian texts. Researchers and church figures who deny the existence of dinosaurs find evidence suggesting that humans and dinosaurs may have coexisted, even within the pages of the Bible. These individuals argue that dinosaurs were created by God at the same time as other living beings. Some propose that a global flood could have led to their extinction. As evidence of dinosaurs existing prior to the flood, researchers point to descriptions of animals that could be interpreted as various dinosaurs. In the Book of Job, there is mention of a creature resembling a hippopotamus. It could be considered such, were it not for the description of its tail, which it moves like a tree trunk. It's hard to imagine modern hippos moving their tails in such a manner. However, comparing this description to the appearance of certain dinosaurs with powerful, long tails, one might suggest that the scripture refers to a Diplodocus or a Brachiosaurus. The Leviathan, descriptions of this sea monster appear not only in the Book of Job but also in other parts of the sacred text. All its descriptions could correspond to a mosasaur. In the book of the prophet Isaiah, alongside the Leviathan, there is mention of a serpent that twists and a Leviathan serpent, which could indicate a massive yet swift reptile capable of running on two legs, fitting the profile of a Tyrannosaurus. The text states that God, as a punishment for the people of Egypt, summoned winged reptiles to their lands, which could only refer to pterosaurs. Proponents of this theory argue that, no matter how large the ark was, it could not accommodate such large animals. However, no one denies the possibility of smaller dinosaurs being saved on the Arkansas. These reptiles became the prototypes for dragons and their descendants, which were hunted down by humans, giving rise to countless tales and new legends. Yet, this theory struggles to explain the absence of descendants of aquatic reptiles from the dinosaur era in today's oceans, which should have been safe from the flood. Christian fundamentalists in the United States have taken this further than anyone else in popularizing the biblical origins of dinosaurs. They advocate for a literal interpretation of sacred scripture and have established several museums where one can find evidence of dinosaurs existing alongside humans.